Hi guys, my name is Sheila Hare. My community in words and pictures will be about Broomall, Pennsylvania, which is a small town in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. It's about 40 minutes from Philadelphia, give or take with traffic. So here we go. The population of Broomall, Pennsylvania is 10,883, which is a little on the smaller side, but the gender demographics, the females, there's a little bit more female than male. Female, there's 51.3% or 5,588. Male is 48.7% or 5,295 people. The race demographics, you can see that white kind of dominates the town at 88.4% or 9,619. After that, Asian is 8.9% or 969. Black or African American is 3.4 or 373 people. Other race is 1.5% or 159 people, which is like mostly mixed, so they're not just one race. Then Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander, 0.5% or 49 people. And American Indian and Alaskan Native, 0.3% or 34 people. The age distribution is as follows. You can see that the highest percentage of age range is 45 to 54, which is a lot of the baby boomers at 16.3%, or 1,771 people. And the smallest is 85 years and over at 2.8%. The quality of life in Broomall, PA, the crime rate is 15 per 1,000 residents, and the poverty rate is 4.42%, which I think is pretty low. The religion demographics in Broomall, 64.5% of the people in Broomall are religious, with Catholicism kind of overtaking everyone else at 48.1%. So yeah, you can see that. Education in Broomall, Pennsylvania. So we share a school district with Newtown Square, which is our neighbor city or town. So they are ranked 33rd in Pennsylvania. Marple Newtown High School is in Broomall. No, it's actually in Newtown Square. And then Paxton Hollow Middle School, Russell Elementary School, Culbertson Elementary School, and Worrell Elementary School. And there's also a community college that's kind of on the border, so I included that as well. And that's where a lot of kids do go after high school. It's a community college, so you can only go for 2 years and get an associate's. Institutions in Broomall, PA, there's Paxton Hollow Country Club up on the left, which is a members golf club, and you can eat there. There's a lot of banquets there and stuff. Then down here we have the Broomall Fire Company, which was built within the last year. It's a brand new building. And there's Delaware County Community College, which I mentioned already. Thomas Macy House. There also is a lot of stores and stuff like that. There's one big shopping center where most of the stores are. Then the two most notable churches, I just put these two because since Catholicism takes over so much of the religion demographics, I put them. So St. Pius X is in Broomall. That's the only Catholic church. And then Newtown Square has one as well. And then St. Luke Greek Orthodox Church, which is here on the right. It's a pretty big, beautiful church, as you can see. And they do a lot with the community. They usually have like a fair each year, or actually twice a year. So they help a lot. This is a map. So here you can see the border, and then this one's just a big map, and that one shows you exactly where it is in terms of Pennsylvania. And this one is Delaware County, I believe. Yeah, so you can kind of see the red is what that is. So this assessment part, I think that it is a very safe place to live. There's a lot of police presence. If you do ever need to call the police, then they're usually there very quickly. We do not, ours is just called Marple, and then Newtown Square has their own police department. Goods and services, I would say that there is a good amount of goods and services. A lot of grocery stores, convenience stores, drug stores. There's a lot of that. There's also a lot of doctor's offices. We have an urgent care. We don't have a hospital. There used to be one nearby in another town that's really close, but they closed. Next, relationships that bind people together. I definitely think this is something important, especially with the amount of local businesses that they offer. Most of them are owned by Broomall residents, which really helps. More or less, so many of these people are going to these local businesses to help out their neighbors. So I think that's something that really does bind them together. And our county is very close-knit. Like, everybody knows each other. So that's something else. Commonality of values and goals that helps residents pull together. I think this is something that needs to be worked on. Recently there's green space, which is all trees, that a lot of the community wants to get rid of and build more businesses. And there's a lot of people that want to save what we have left instead of making everything about huge businesses that aren't really local. So that's something that there was controversy about. I think that it's definitely a place where people are treated as a whole person. As far as I know, I haven't seen too many issues with that. I do think it's a place that's pretty predictable, especially living in Philly for school. I notice how unpredictable Philadelphia can be, so it's nice to have something where you can rely on your neighbor, and for the most part it's a pretty quiet town. I also think this might have something to do with Broomall being a dry town, which means there's no bars or anything like that, so there's not much trouble for people to get into. It's definitely a recognized place within the social structure. I do feel like most people are comfortable and close with their neighbors. Sufficient opportunities for growth and fulfillment. I think the schools are very good, and they really help these kids to go down the right path. As far as businesses for people to work at, like offices, there isn't very much, but it's close enough to places like King of Prussia and Philly that there's room to work there and not have to work in Broomall. The conflict between neighbors, to try and create some diversity. I think this is something that definitely can be worked on. Like I showed earlier, there is mostly all white people So I think diversity is definitely something that could be worked on. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.